Everybody, okay, this is a video on Brian Laundrie. He went missing on the 14th of September and was reported missing on the 18th of September at 7:12 a.m. I do believe. I've done some charts, I've done some mapping. It's interesting, yet again, it follows everything before. If you haven't seen the other videos, please have a look. I never say this, but if you really enjoy these, please give me a like or thumbs up or subscribe, and thank you to everybody that does do that as well. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, Brian has vanished. He said that he was going... Well, we don't know what's going on. There's a lot of lies, very confusing, very Neptunian, as you'll see, even more so, even more Neptunian than we think. So Brian left with a backpack and went to a place I can't even pronounce, Carlton Reserve, I think it was called, or somewhere around there. And hasn't been seen since, and his parents didn't say anything to the police until the 18th from the 14th. So, yeah, it's all very suspicious, but I think we're going to find out what happened pretty soon. Communication definitely is going to be the way to go. There's a lot of Gemini activity, and when there is, especially in the police report chart, Gemini is on the 3rd and 4th house cusp, so it shows that communication, mobile phones, CCTV, all those types of things, triangulation, will do the job. Anyway, without further ado, let's have a little look at where Brian might be. Okay, so here we have one of the charts, but I have been doing a lot of research and I've come up with that he most possibly left at 11:30 a.m. on the 14th of September, which was the Tuesday. Now we're going to have a look at a couple of other charts too, but let's have a look at this one. So he's gone, and we want to know where he is. It's like it's a missing person chart, basically. He is, well, it's an interesting one, okay? He's ruled by Scorpio, which is Mars, at 29 degrees, which is not good, by the way. That's actually not a very good sign that he's in good health. But it is in the house of friends, so it's possible he's gone to someone's house, but I'm not 100% there. Because he is a perpetrator, we know he's some type of perpetrator. He knows something, obviously. I like to look at this DC as well, 17 degrees of Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is in the 12th house, which is hidden. It's making an aspect to the moon. So I'm sort of liking this area a little better. And not only that, Uranus is conjunct the DC on the 6th house side. Now that actually doesn't look great in terms of his health either, but it shows us that he's suddenly gone. Now, if we look at angles here, we've got 21 degrees on the IC and the MC. The sun's at 22. We keep getting these repetitive degrees. And look at that, Jupiter at 24 degrees is on the IC. That's an interesting one. So let's take this one with a little pinch of salt because there's a couple more to look at. So let's have a little look at this other one. Okay, this is the 18th of September. I got this from Twitter, from the police department itself. They posted the time that they went to Laundrie's parents' home, 7:12 a.m. I believe they were there probably all day and all day through the night. But let's have a look at this chart. It's caught my eye immediately already. Okay, so on the left we have when Gabby was reported missing at the Suffolk police station. And then on the right here we have when Laundrie, when the police were told that he was gone. Okay, that's this chart here. I'll just enlarge it so we can see it separately. Now, again, it's so interesting. We've got 24 degrees just everywhere. The ascendant, 24. Virgo. Neptune is on the descendant. Methinks that there's lies definitely involved in this. The moon, once again, is at 24 degrees. And Aquarius. Okay. That's interesting. The sun's at 25 degrees conjunct the ascendant. Okay, so this is the parents saying that he's gone. And the police going there. So the parents are the 4th and the 10th house. It's ruled by Jupiter. Right next to that moon. And Gemini, which is Mercury in the 1st house at 21 degrees, which is again between the 20 and 27 degrees. Okay, give me a second. I need to have a look at something here. Okay, when we look at the chart on the 11th of September when Gabby was reported missing, so have a look at this one here. When Brian went walkabout, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius. In this chart here, it's the opposite. Pisces, Virgo, with the sun right there. Sagittarius at the top and Gemini down the bottom. The degrees of the IC and the MC of both of them are 22 and 23 degrees. They're exactly the same. That is really interesting. Okay, now I need to have a little think about it and see what on earth's going on here. I mean, look at this. The moon's at 24 degrees of Scorpio when she was reported missing. And then when he left, the moon's at 24 degrees of Aquarius. Okay, I know I'm going quick here, but this was the 12th of August when the argument happened between Brian and Gabby, 4:49 p.m. that we saw from the body cam. Sagittarius, 24, Gemini, 24, again on the angles. 24 is really popping up here. I need to keep that in mind when I map. Now, I know I'm going all over the place and we're going to go back to Brian, but this will lead us back to Brian. I have here Gabby's birthday. 24-degree moon. Okay, back to the 18th, 7:12 a.m. Just grab my pen. Okay, so his parents the 4th is the mother, the 10th is the father. The mother is the moon and Jupiter because she's ruled by Sagittarius. This is the mum. The father is the Sun, Mercury as well, because it's ruled by Gemini up here in this chart, but naturally the father is the Sun. The father is also represented by Saturn. Okay, so that's mum and dad as a part of the question. Do they know where Brian is? First of all, does mum know? So the 4th house, if we do derived houses, Brian is her child. It's the 4th from the 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Brian is represented by the perp line. Neptune in Pisces. That's derived houses from the question that we're asking. Do they know where he is? Well, let's have a look. This 24-degree moon, which is mum, and Jupiter, which is really close, is making a very tight aspect to this descendant line, which is Brian. It's in the 5th house, the moon and Jupiter, and he's in the 6th house. I think they knew he was going to go. I believe that they're not being honest at all, and unfortunately I think maybe he's committed suicide. But I'm going to go back on that and have a look at that again. We'll layer it again. Okay, so let's look at this in terms of what's Brian's state at the moment. So we're layering it over the whole parents telling the police that he's gone. So Brian is this area here, okay, Pisces. Pisces is naturally ruled by Jupiter, which is right next to the moon. So, you know, I think mum knows where he is. That's one thing. Jupiter's at 23 degrees of Aquarius. But another area I'm interested in is this one. This is the reported missing chart for Gabby. I want to look there because it's the opposite of the other area that I just showed you. So let's have a look at a map. Let's look at some of these repetitive degrees again for the radiuses, and we'll map the rulers of Brian. See if we can see where he is. Okay, so straight to the map. I've done the map from the Laundrie house, and I do have the location. I'll just get rid of that. Okay, so here we have some lines here. 24 degrees of Aquarius. Now, realistically, we should put in, oops, go further out here, actually. Okay, because 23 Aquarius is Jupiter, which is the ruler of Brian in the chart in question. Okay, so if we went between these two lines here, Aquarius and Pisces, so Aquarius is Jupiter is at 24 degrees of Aquarius, and Jupiter rules Pisces. Neptune also rules Pisces, and that's this line here. Now, That's actually 24 degrees Pisces. If we go out here, this is the area, but I'm not sure if they're looking in, but I'm pretty sure it's close. This line here is 6 degrees Leo. It goes from their house straight to Jenny Park. I just have a feeling maybe he may be on his way back there. I'm not sure, but I wanted to pop that line in as well. So if we encompass all of these lines here and then 240 or 2.4 out, 240, sorry, we've got this entire area in here. Okay, so this is the area that I have astrologically put Brian Laundrie. Unless, of course, he's chosen to go back to here. So I just wanted to pop that one up. We'll see what happens. I think they're going to find him pretty soon. There's an urgency that I can feel with all this. But if they are looking in this area here, then I will put the scribble maps in the description. Okay, thanks guys. Take care. Bye.